Hello and welcome back to the Baits to Throw series. Now this is part 4 of my favorite baits to throw on Sam Rayburn. So in this video we're covering my favorite summer baits. Now like I start off all of these videos, it's a non-biased, give credit to where it's due. And the goal of these videos are to help you guys out, help you catch fish. I mean, this is what has worked, what will work, and what will always be tied on in my boat. So let's get on into the video and I'll show you what works during the summer. Alright, to kick this video off, we're going deep first. I'm throwing a 6XD crankbait, powder blue, shad color, and also in a green gizzard shad, plus its bigger brother, the 8XD, in the same colors. I don't think you need any other colors. Pick these three. These three will work well and have caught me a lot of good fish. Speaking of deep fishing, now I don't do this a whole lot except in the summer because it doesn't catch any big fish on Rayburn, but you can catch 30 to 50 fish a day. Throwing Robo Worms drop shot style. A buddy of mine hooked me up with these probably 10-12 years ago. Bold bluegill color on top, Aaron's Morning Dawn in the bottom. Now when I go deep in the summer, I'm gonna shock some of y'all. I do fish out in that 30 foot of water, but it's like 15 to 30, but there's gotta be some kind of deep river or deep just flat somewhere close by, but definitely try some drop shots. Speaking of that same depth range, Jigging Spoons work amazing. Here are my two favorite colors. One's white. This used to be bone. Actually, here's that spoon. This one's brand new, but the fish have just achy pain off of it. I don't really go chrome out deep in the summer on my spoons. I seem to do better on white and bone, so all of these you can pick up at Academy. Next thing out deep, some of y'all might know what this is. It's a Little George. It's basically a tail spinner. You can get these at Academy. All you do, you cast them out, let them fall to the bottom, reel them in, and change the hook. The ones that come with these aren't any good at all, so definitely put you some kind of good mustad or name brand hook on there. You can thank me later. Last thing I like to throw out deep, Texas rigs. I get away from Carolina rig. I'm pretty much Texas rig into June, July, August, first part of September. Now to give my teammate credit, he's the one that turned me on to this color right here. This is the Excite 10-inch worm. We've both been throwing these about 6 or 7 years out deep. This particular one, green pumpkin chartreuse, he has caught numerous 5-pound plus fish on this color. But one that I've done real well on over the years, old Tequila Sunrise Zoom Old Monster. Now there's something about just kind of a color like this in the summertime. I don't know why the bass eat it so well, but it's like the hotter it gets, colors like these work extremely well. So that's pretty much all my deep stuff that I like to do in the summer. Now let's focus on the shallow. Alright, going back to Texas rigs for just a second. I love throwing a plum worm by Excite. This is their 7-inch raptor worm. I've caught tons of good fish on this thing, and the hotter it gets, the better that color works. I don't know why they eat that color up. Maybe it's a little bit of the worm too, because it's kind of do nothing, but works very well. Now growing up, this is what I just slaughtered them on. This is a Zoom Mag 2 watermelon red, tip the tail of it chartreuse right about to there. You got to remember too, guys, the brim are spawning, the bass are up shallow eating them, so match the hatch. Speaking of matching the hatch, I do throw a lot of frogs. Maybe you can see this one real good. This is a Spro Frog, but it resembles a brim really well. A couple years ago, I had a 30-pound sack on this in July. You don't get bit often on it, but when you do, it's big fish, so definitely pick you up this exact frog. Schooling fish are another thing I like to catch in the summertime. You're not going to catch any big ones, but I throw a 1/2 ounce Bill Lewis trap at them and a 1/4 in chrome black back. And plus this time, summertime, I throw rattles. In the winter and previous videos, you see me talk about silent baits, but summertime, get something that makes noise. Another bait I love throwing at them school bass is a chrome black head and tiny torpedo. This was like the favorite bait of mine growing up as a kid. It was a toss-up between this and the old Popar. This one has seen better days. It's caught quite a few fish, but chrome black just works so well in the summer. One thing I recently got into, whenever these come out, I wanted to give them a shot, was the little Turd Worms. I think Z-Man was first. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Z-Man was first. But these are do nothing, but in the summertime, I have just wore them out on these. Nothing big. I mean, like the biggest I've caught has been 3 pounds, but you can catch 20 to 30 fish, especially like around the dam and the sandy areas. So that color, Strike King's Cutter Worm. And I just picked up these a couple years ago. They're Ocho Worms, but it's basically like the Turd Worm from Z-Man. But green pumpkin, watermelon red, anything that looks like a little minnow. Caught a ton of fish on it. Now getting to one of my favorite summer baits. I do throw a brim colored swim jig a lot. They don't make this one anymore. This is an old Bass Salt Lures jig, but Strike King and Stanley jigs have tons of good brim colors. Pick something up that's a brim color, put a crawfish trailer for the trailer or some kind of zoom swim sink. Will work really well. Another thing I like to throw is Shaky Heads, kind of on the sandy flats. This color is sprayed grass, but I do throw watermelon candy a lot too. This one's an Excite brand. This is a zoom. Both work really good. And the last thing I like to work or throw is some type of beaver style bait up in the bushes. June, July, those fish will get under the shade. Pitch some kind of bait like this to them. This is a green pumpkin red color, but watermelon red works really well. Tip the tail chartreuse, and that's it. So if you were to ask me what's my top 3 baits to throw in the summer, let's see. I would definitely say this guy, followed by this, and followed by this Do Nothing Plum Worm. So if I had just them 3, that's what I'd pick. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this guide helps you catch more fish. If you're brand new to the channel, I invite you to hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any videos. Get out there, catch some fish. God bless. We'll see you in the next video.